Let's be real. You've got some debt, maybe a credit card balance, a car loan, or student debt that still stares at you every month. But you're also hearing everyone say, start investing early. Time in the market beats timing the market. And now you're stuck thinking, wait, should I start investing now, or focus on crushing my debt first? Because here's the truth, both sound smart. Paying off debt feels safe, responsible, and freeing. But investing feels exciting, like you're finally building wealth. So which one actually wins? In today's video, we're going to settle this debate once and for all. We'll break down the emotional side, how debt and investing feel different, the numbers, what the math says about interest rates versus returns, and finally, how to create a balanced strategy that fits your situation. By the end, you'll know exactly where your next dollar should go, into paying down debt, or into your first investment. Grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and let's figure out your next best money move. Let's be honest, money decisions aren't just about math. They're about how we feel. And choosing between paying off debt or investing is one of the most emotional money choices out there. Paying off debt feels safe. It's like cleaning your room. Every time you pay a bill, you feel lighter, more in control, a little more at peace. You see progress, the balance goes down, the weight on your shoulders lifts. That's emotional security, and it's powerful. But investing, that feels like possibility. It's watching your future grow, even if it's just a few dollars at first. You're not just escaping the past, you're building something ahead. Here's a story. Dana and Ian are best friends. Both have $10,000 in debt and a little extra cash each month. Dana decides, I can't stand debt anymore. She throws everything she can at it, pays it off in 2 years, and feels incredible. Ian thinks, I'll pay the minimum and invest the rest. He rides the ups and downs of the market, sometimes questioning his choice, but by year 2, he's got investments and his debt under control. They both made the right choice, for them. Because for Dana, peace of mind was the win. For Ian, progress and growth were the motivators. And that's the real key here. It's not just about the math. It's about knowing what keeps you consistent. If wiping out debt helps you sleep better and stay focused, do that. If seeing your investments grow keeps you motivated, start investing. The best plan isn't the perfect one on paper. It's the one you'll actually stick with. Alright, we've talked feelings. Now, let's look at what the numbers have to say. Alright, before you decide whether to pay off debt or invest first, here's something most people never think about. Not all debt is created equal. Some debt is like a fire alarm, loud, urgent, and demanding attention right now. Other debt, it's more like background noise, something you can live with while you focus on bigger goals. Let's break it down. First, high-interest debt, the financial emergency. This is stuff like credit card balances, payday loans, or personal loans with interest rates over 10 to 15%. This kind of debt grows fast. If you're paying 20% interest, it's like trying to fill a bucket with a hole in it. No amount of investing can outpace that leak. Rule of thumb: if your debt interest is higher than your expected investment returns, pay it off as fast as possible. That's your guaranteed return. Paying off a 20% credit card balance is like earning a 20% risk-free investment. Second, moderate or manageable debt, the gray zone. Next, we've got debts in the 5 to 8% range, like some student loans or auto loans. Here, the math gets interesting. If you're earning around 7% in the stock market and your loan is 6%, it's pretty close. So this is the balance zone, where your personal preferences and risk tolerance matter more. You could split your money 50-50, half to debt, half to investing. Or prioritize whichever gives you more peace of mind. Host tip: the small difference between your loan rate and investment returns often isn't worth the risk or market volatility. Paying it down gives you a guaranteed, steady return and lowers your monthly obligations. It also builds financial security and momentum, making it easier to invest more aggressively once the debt is gone. 3. Low-interest debt, the lever. Now we get to the so-called low-interest debt, mortgages. This type of debt can actually help you grow wealth over time. Why? Because the interest is low, and the asset, your home, often grows in value. Here, it usually makes sense to focus on investing instead of racing to pay it off. Put extra money toward your retirement accounts, index funds, or even an emergency fund before making extra payments. Keep in mind, it is important to not over-leverage yourself even with low-interest debt. Buying investments with debt is like building a house of cards. The more overleveraged with debt you are, the less things you need to go south before your house of cards falls. 4. Emotional or lifestyle debt, the peace factor. Finally, there's emotional debt. Maybe it's not the highest rate, but it feels heavy. If that debt causes you constant stress, that's reason enough to pay it down faster. Sometimes the best investment isn't financial, it's mental clarity. Remember, this isn't just about being debt-free, it's about using your money intentionally. Knowing which debts are urgent and which can wait gives you the power to build wealth with confidence. Alright, this is where things get exciting. Because while paying off debt gives you peace of mind, investing early gives you something even bigger, time. And time, my friend, is the secret weapon behind building wealth. Here's the magic formula: compound interest. It's what happens when your money starts earning returns, and then those returns start earning their own returns. In other words, your money starts working harder than you do. Let's look at a simple example. If you invest just $200 a month starting at age 25, and you earn an average of 7% per year, by age 65 you'll have around $230,000. Now, if you wait 10 years and start at 35 instead, you'll end up with only about $100,000, half as much. Same amount each month, just less time for compounding to do its thing. That's how powerful starting early really is. You see, investing early isn't about how much you have, it's about giving your money more birthdays. Every year you wait, you're not just missing 1 year of growth, you're missing growth on all the growth that could have built up before. So even if you can only invest a small amount right now, $20, $50, $100, it matters. Because the habit matters more than the amount. Over time, consistency beats timing. Compound interest rewards patience, not perfection. So it is important to start as early as possible. Okay, now that we've talked about emotions, math, and momentum, let's pull it all together into one clear game plan. Here's a simple, realistic approach you can follow to build wealth and crush your debt at the same time. Step 1. Eliminate high-interest debt, anything above 6%. Start by focusing on any debt with an interest rate higher than 6%. That's credit cards, personal loans, or other expensive balances that grow faster than most investments. You can attack it two ways. The snowball method: pay off your smallest balances first for quick wins and motivation. The avalanche method: target the highest interest debts first to save the most money long term. Either way, the goal is to stop the financial bleeding and free up your cash flow. Step 2. Start investing consistently. Once high-interest debt is gone, start investing a comfortable portion of your income, around 15 to 20%. ETFs are a great choice for most people. They're low-cost, diversified, and easy to automate. You don't need to pick individual stocks or time the market. Just keep adding to your investments month after month, rain or shine. Consistency is what builds wealth, not chasing trends. Step 3. Use leftover income to pay off your mortgage early. If you still have money left over after investing, consider putting extra toward your mortgage. It's not urgent, especially if your rate is low, but paying it off early gives you long-term peace of mind and guaranteed savings on interest. Think of it like this: investing builds your freedom fund, while paying down your mortgage builds your security fund. So here's the rhythm: first crush high-interest debt, then invest steadily in ETFs. Finally chip away at your mortgage when you can. That's the balance between financial freedom and financial peace. It's not about doing everything perfectly, it's about becoming more and more financially independent with every step of the way. So, let's wrap this up. We've covered a lot today: the feelings behind money decisions, the math that makes sense, and the strategy that brings it all together. If this video helped you see your money in a new way, hit that like button. It really supports the channel and helps this message reach more people who need it. Drop a comment below and tell me, are you focusing on paying off debt first, or are you starting to invest right now? I'd love to hear your plan and what motivates you most. And if you want more videos on building financial freedom, subscribe so you don't miss the next one.